Well, I'm James Porter. With my accent, I don't actually come from England. I come from Belfast in Northern Ireland, where I was brought up and went to university. I came to Bicester in 2003 and fell in love with the place. My role today is one of the senior councillors on the town council, and part of my function is, along with the other councillors, to try and ensure that we get the best possible deal for the people of Bicester going forward, to ensure that this is a very good place to live, work and bring up a family, and to make Bicester a destination for business as well. Currently, depending on the statistics you take, either 6 or 7 adults in Bicester commute out for work. For 1,000 years it was a trading town in the centre of business, and somehow over the last 30 or 40 years it's doubled in size, or tripled in size, from 12,500 to about 32,000 people, come somewhat more of a dormitory town. And we would like to get it back, as it grows over the next generation, to being the centre of business again, and a magnet where people come to do business. Well, the Town Council, along with the District and the County Council, are working together on and have produced the one shared vision, which is about how Bicester should grow. We're also working very closely, and we are part of the Bicester Vision Partnership, which again is looking at how the town should grow and how we can manage the blueprint of making the town bigger. The town will grow, it will become 52,000, that is a matter of fact. We're also one of the 4 eco-towns in the country, which means that the government recognises as an area where we pilot how to live and how to work more sustainably. And part of the Northwest Bicester development is predicated on the basis of how you actually live and work more sustainably. But that philosophy isn't just for that area of Northwest. The one shared vision is about the whole of Bicester, and the whole of Bicester benefiting from eco money, benefiting from being a sustainable area, benefiting from the becoming a place not only nationally but hopefully internationally that is recognised for being a leader in sustainable manufactures and in sustainable technologies and sustainable innovations. It's not about building houses, it's about building homes, and a home is much more than the bricks and mortar you put up. It's everything that goes around it and how each person feels, and if they feel happy about being here, and let's face it, Bicester will still be surrounded by some of the most beautiful countryside in the south of England. That should be, and hopefully, a great sort of glue bringing people together. Some of the things that are special about Bicester is that it goes beyond the Doomsday Book. It's been here for 1,000 years plus. Most towns from medieval times, etc., have high streets. We have a sheep street because that indicates the importance of Bicester to the sheep farming of this local area and the trading, because all the traders came in for the market days into Sheep Street, which, as I say, in other places would be called High Street. Many towns of this size don't have history societies. We have got a very, very strong and very active history society that attracts an awful lot of young people because they want to have that association with their town and where they live. Bicester has got a fantastic position in the middle of the country. One of the reasons why it's a garrison town and it's the centre of the logistics corps for the army, and one of the reasons why it is a town which has had focused on distribution and some manufacturing, is that in terms of rail and road, it is right at the heart of the rail and road networks, north, south, east and west. You have to have a very vibrant and growing and sustainable economy if you want to have a vibrant and growing and sustainable town. And one of the first building blocks of doing that is the investment in the new town centre, which will give us a new street running parallel to Sheep Street with connections between the 2 streets. It will give us a whole series of new shops. It will give us an uplift to several of the shops in Crown Walk, etc. It will provide us with a big anchor store from Sainsbury's. Gone are the days when it used to be called Tesco Town. We've now got Aldi, we've got Lidl, we've got M&S, we've got Sainsbury's, we've got Wilkinson's. Let's be honest about it. These firms don't come to a place without very good justifiable business reasons for coming. And if they say, we think Bicester is a place to do business, that's good news for Bicester, because they're saying, we see a very prosperous future for this town. I won't have to go to Aylesbury or Banbury or Oxford to go to the cinema. It'll be here. And with 6 or 7 digital screens, that'll be terrific, because you'll be able to go out and have an evening economy, which will help our restaurants and other evening activities in the town, and that's great, because it extends the economic offer, and it also extends the cultural and social offer within Bicester itself. The fact of the matter is, Bicester Town Centre as it stands today is degrading, it's quite old, it's looking its age, it's lacking the TLC that it should have. Yes, there are 4.5 million visitors come to the Bicester village, and they do bring a lot of money into our local economy, and they do provide a lot of jobs, and local jobs as well. Yes, they also provided some congestion on some days of the year, but I would much prefer to have that than not have the 1,500 jobs that are there and the 4.5 million visitors. But if you talk about the town centre as it stands now, if only a very small percentage of those visitors actually came into Bicester, and we're trying very hard to attract them into Bicester, the offer isn't good enough. And most people, whenever they look at it realistically, will say the offer isn't good enough. Roll on the new town centre, because that will lift the offer. Bicester is going to double in size from 30,000 approximately to 50-odd thousand in one generation. So by 2026, there will be twice as many people in this town needing the services of a town centre, needing the services of the Aldi's and the Lidls and whatever else grows in terms of retail, needing the services of business parks that actually provide jobs in the local area. Is one of the principles there is to have 40% open space, of which 20% has to be publicly usable. Now, whether that's everything from a cemetery through to football pitches and relaxation areas, or simply nature conservation areas, there's a rich mix. But it is that kind of idea that, again, don't just lever all the houses in, build an environment around them. And we would like to see that all new developments follow that kind of example into the future, that they will provide a significant amount of general community open space. We're also very, very keen that every new area has its own community hall and its own community facilities, and that there is a local base. Now, that might be next to the local primary school that will have to develop there, or it may be freestanding, but there should be those kind of facilities, along with satellite facilities for the general practitioner and the doctor and so forth. It is also very, very important that we have a very good 21st century hospital in Bicester to replace the community hospital. It'll look very different and be a very different hospital from the traditional one we have. And it should be, because we're talking about a hospital looking forward, not a hospital looking back. What we want to see is high quality preventative services at that hospital, high quality monitoring services at that hospital. One of the things that will happen in Bicester as it grows is that it'll almost be like a dumbbell in terms of the population, because there will be a lot of young families come into the area. There's a lot of older people, and it'll be not so much in the middle at the start. So we need to have the hospital and medical services that will address the issues of age and also address the issues of young families. And that's what we would see the new hospital doing. We also want the new hospital to be flexible enough to expand as the town expands. The leisure centre's just gone through a very good facelift. We've put in a 10-pin bowl with it as well. It represents a very good facility today, but we're already thinking about, well, what would the facility be like in 20 years' time? And would that be the right one? Is it in the right place? Can it be expanded? Does it actually deliver for the future, or do we need to look at something else? One of the things that we would like to see to sort of be an adjunct to the new sixth form that's been put at Cooper's is university status education in the town. So if we have a town where we can say to people, if you bring your family here, we can provide high quality education from nursery through to tertiary, and that's very, very important. If you want to bring your family here, you want to know that you're giving them the best opportunities in life chances as they grow. The town council's part in this is to listen to local people and be their voice and be an influence. One of the things that we have in Bicester in abundance, and it's growing, is a change in attitude towards aspiration. When I first came to this town, I remember standing up in this room and saying that I would like to see a university in the town, and I believed the town had a great future. And somebody stood up and said to me, who had been here for a long time and was well known in the area, James, accept that this is a dormitory town, and once a dormitory town, always a dormitory town. And my reply was, I take the first part as being today, and I'll accept it, but I'll never accept the second part. It's all about lifting the town. And you know, if we as councillors have an expectation that downgrades the town and says it's a dormitory town, then why should people believe differently? If we as councillors say we actually believe the town has a huge amount to offer, we believe in the people in the town, we believe that they can actually deliver a really vibrant town with a really vibrant economy, get the aspirations up, then you've got something that actually local people will aspire to, and it actually strengthens community at the same time because they aspire to being what they want to be. And it's that then that becomes the attraction to bring people in. One of the ways you can get involved today quite easily is if you've got a local community association, a local residents association, a local tenants association, get involved with them. If you want to be involved with any of the youth organisations, and we've many of them, and get involved with that. Get involved with the community activities that are going on in your area. Be part of what's going on. Be part of influencing the shape of things to come. And you can do it in many ways, but it's much better to be involved in the community activities of the town now and help them to grow. We have got many, many good things happening, and we need people in Bicester to actually get on board with those. Well, one of the things that describes Bicester is location, location, location. It's just a fantastic location from just about every point of view you think about it. It's in the centre of the technology web, it's in the centre of the logistics web, it's actually in the centre of a tourism web. We've actually got the last remaining RAF 1916 airfield sitting on our doorstep at RAF Bicester, which, you know, there are aspirations to turn that into an international tourist attraction, and that is something that we as a town council would wholeheartedly support. Is that happening? We have people who are willing to actually put their shoulder to the stone, make it happen, make it work. We have got great innovators in this town. We have got, from young people to older people, great minds in this town. We have got the opportunities to expand what we do, to become a centre, to become a focus, and become a place where people want to come to actually live, a place that also then becomes an economic gear that actually distributes things out from here. So we have a good economy, and we have the opportunity to do that, and we have the land to do that, and that's fundamental to actually making things happen. And if I was saying to somebody, what's Bicester about? It's there's the village, isn't that wonderful? Now come and see the rest of it.
Is there anything else you'd like to add, James?
No, I think you've tried. No, it's been very good, thank you very much. And I hope I've been okay.
You've been fantastic, thank you very much.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you. That was very good, thank you.